So the reason I do what I do is because of my Mimi. From the time I can remember, I wouldn't say I spent every weekend there, but I spent most weekends with my grandparents, with my Mimi and Papa, my mom's parents. And Mimi cooked every single day. She cooked a meal every night, and she cooked my Papa a pie or a cake every single day. I learned the love language of food, and it became an important part of my life. Everything I know, the basis of all of my cooking, comes from that kitchen at my grandparents'. Mimi never had a recipe. She never used a recipe. And so I learned just by her doing and watching and doing it with her. But finally, when I was about 15, I would sit at the island. There was many months, it was a progressive thing, and over different weekends I would sit, and as she would make something, I would make her stop with every step and tell me, well, how much do you think that is? And I'd make her measure it out. And so I finally was able to write down all of these recipes that she had taught me, and I knew how to make them, but I needed it to be recorded. So things like her Italian cream cake and her pound cake and her apple pie, things that were iconic to our family and so important to us. And I wanted to be able to pass those down. So one of the things we are featuring this weekend is Mimi's pound cake. I make it on a regular basis. I love this pound cake recipe. But the only thing I'm doing it differently is I'm infusing it with some lavender this weekend for this farm to table dinner with some culinary lavender. So it's gonna be great. The farm to table concept is not only about the sustainability of agriculture and dining, but at its heart, it's about the value of eating locally. Okay, so how we're doing it is, since we're not doing a soup, we're gonna do a starter. Okay. So these three things are gonna be passed as people come in, and we're gonna serve a Riesling with those three things. We're gonna pass those around. I may do like the onion tart at a station. Okay. And then have two things passed.
So kind of like a cocktail hour
sort
of vibe?
Half an hour while people are coming in and they choose their seat. It not only is very nutritional for your guests to eat locally, but it creates community. Not only community with your guests, but it creates community with the farmers. The relationships built with each of the farmers that we use to gather our vegetables and our meats for these dinners has been priceless. So we'll do those three, and then when they're seated, instead of doing a soup, we're going to do the stuffed zucchini. We'll take that clear plate away, and then we're going to serve platters of the heirloom tomato salad, and they're going to do that family style. Yes.
That'll be fun. Okay.
And then we will plate, so we'll go back and take that plate away. Okay. So we have a wine paired for each one of those, but not dessert. Okay. So they may want to go back to Riesling, I'm not sure, but we'll also have water.
That'll work.
Okay. And we're finishing, hey guys, we're finishing up. Come here and let these three people that are sitting, they're gonna, we've got, I love deviled eggs. These are a goat cheese.
They're so good.
Prosciutto chive deviled egg. Isn't that yummy?
These two?
Yeah, go toward your seat and y'all use your plate. Go sit down. One of our farmers lost everything in the hailstorm about 3 or 4 weeks ago, so we kind of had to start from scratch. So we had planned on a baby artichoke, a stuffed baby artichoke, and we had to regroup and do that differently. About the only vegetable that you will be eating tonight that is not from local is, of course, the avocado. The experience of being able to eat locally grown food while pairing each course with the perfect wine, all while being able to make friends and create community, is what this is all about. It's what the goal is.
How do y'all like that?
Good.
It's called an almost dry Riesling.
Yeah, it's interesting.
It's from Oregon.
Oh, really?
Yes. This whole line is an estate from Oregon, and I'll tell you all about it in just a little bit, okay? I thoroughly enjoyed this Riesling. I think the fact that it's an almost dry helps it out. And they do their whites in stainless steel, which I think lends itself to that crispness also that we are enjoying in that. So, that's your first course.
And where can we get this?
You can get this at Bon Appetit, y'all. For a meal to truly work, you must create an experience. From the time that your guests arrive until they lay their napkin down, you want them to be enchanted. I think we're about ready.
For entrees?
Yeah, they're like finishing their salad.
All right, so this is what we're gonna do, guys. Okay, so somebody's gonna be on potatoes, somebody will be on asparagus, and then we're gonna bring the plates around here, and I'm gonna cut pork as we go.
When planning this farm-to-table dining experience, I not only wanted to create community with local farmers and vendors, but I also partnered with a local chef, TJ LaRosa, who owns Full Bellies, a fine dining restaurant here in Sherman. He and I met and created the menu based on what the farmers had locally, what would be available at the time we were going to do it. And we also met and chose our wines, had many wine tastings to decipher what wines we wanted to pair with each course. And it was just a great experience coming together and creating this farm-to-table experience for the guests. Well, it's going great so far. Everybody's loving it. We have, you know, people sitting together that don't even know each other. That's one of the elements I love so much about farm-to-table is strangers becoming friends over dinner.
Farm for the meat.
You're welcome. K-Bar Cake in Pottsboro.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, girls, we need to set dessert.
We following you?
Okay, everyone, how did you enjoy your main course? Isn't it wonderful? And how did you enjoy that Pinot Noir?
Great.
We do. We will give you another pour.
That is very good.
So we're going to end the evening with giving you a break from sitting, and we're going to let you get up and self-serve your dessert. Tonight for dessert, we're having Mimi's Pound Cake. Made with our local eggs and seasonings, and we have a goat cheese honey lemon cheesecake bite. It's all the same.
Okay.
I'm just all about presentation, you know.
Well, everyone's gone. We're all cleaned up. Everyone loved the food. They loved the wine, and they loved Mimi's Pound Cake. But more importantly, we created an evening of friendship and community, and everyone had a great time. So, for me, it's Mimi's Pound Cake, great glass of wine, and I'm calling it a night.